This is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of April 7th. And in this week's 2-Minute Warning, we're continuing to focus on how shippers can manage the escalating fuel surcharge issue. Folks, this is beginning to sound a little bit like a broken record, but each week we come with news that the fuel costs continue to go up. We are now officially past the threshold of 50% fuel surcharges from a lot of LTL carriers. Think about it for a moment. How many of you back in December or January, as you were planning out your budgets for 2026 or beyond, had any idea that your LTL and perhaps truckload costs would be going up by as much as 50%? Yet that's the reality that we're faced with today. Now, that is why we have continued to emphasize the need for intelligent scenario planning so that you consider all the options and alternatives that your company may have to be dealing with. Now, with that thought in mind, I've got a very important announcement. On April 22nd, we're going to be hosting a webcast with one of my friends and one of the foremost authority on resiliency in the supply chain. Yossi Sheffi from MIT and I will be hosting a webcast that's talking about what does resiliency look like, but more importantly, how do you build resiliency into your supply chain planning area. One of the reasons this is so timely is because Yossi recently posted an article in LinkedIn and said, forget about oil prices. Not that the oil prices aren't important, but what the oil prices is exposing once again is a gap, and that's between what companies are seeing versus what they plan for. And that's why scenario planning is such a vitally important tool if you want to build a resilient supply chain. Now, along with fuel surcharges, there's some other things that you need to be aware of that we're going to be covering in this webcast. For example, the whole tariff refund issue. Right now, the CBP has said that the CAPE system will be going live on April 20th, but they announced that it may only have 80% of the capacity. They also wanted to underscore the need to be part of the ACE platform. And one of the interesting things from our tariff team here pointed out that there's approximately 300,000 companies in the United States that import into the United States, yet only 16,000 of them, it's estimated, only 16,000 are on the ACE portal. If you're going to get refunds, you may have to be part of the ACE portal. And that's why this webcast on the 22nd of August is so important. And with that thought in mind, we would ask you to get signed up, plan on attending, and if you sign up and you can't attend, we'll be happy to send you a copy of the webcast. Now, we do all these things because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you, we are on your team, we're here to help, and now more than ever, we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.